Welcome to another CV Shoutcast hosted by Cadoink Studios. I'm Vasant.
And I'm Cadoink.
And this is our second ever Shoutcast, and we have our blue Protoss player here, Homeless, versus Cadoink, the not red Protoss, the red Terran.
We can see that Cadoink is in the top right position today, while the blue Protoss, Homeless, is in the top left. The two players are duking it out on Tal'Darim Altar, which is a GSL map that Blizzard adopted and put onto the ladder.
It is such a good idea for Blizzard to allow this. It allows people who like making maps, and you know, if the maps get popular by the community, Blizzard actually puts them in the ladder rotation.
Yeah, this is fantastic, and they also support custom maps. On their website, they often have this segment called Community Spotlight or Custom Map Spotlight, where they show and tell different maps that people have made and put onto the custom map pool, I guess you could say. And it helps support the modding community and just the StarCraft community in general.
Such an intelligent move. And as you can see here, the blue Protoss player put down a 9 pylon, and it looks like he may be scouting here. Hard to say what he's actually doing. He may be putting a pylon, I don't know why.
Yeah, he's probably trying to scout around the map, find out where his enemy is, and trying to see what his Terran opponent is doing, and seeing if he can find a good build to beat that. Tal'Darim Altar allows for a really quick expansion, and if he can see something non-aggressive from the red Terran, he might just put down an early expansion.
Very lucky first choice on your scout there.
Yeah, we can see Cadoink didn't make the good choice, went all the way down to the bottom, but he knows, because this probe showed up so soon, that the player has to be in the top left position.
Yeah. It would have taken a little bit longer for him to go diagonally across the map.
Absolutely. So we can see the usual coming out of Cadoink. He has barracks coming out, as well as his refinery up, going to put up his orbital command. The blue Protoss has his probe behind the mineral lines. Makes me think he could be putting down a pylon, maybe proxy gate, something of that sort.
Maybe a little cheese here and there, no big deal.
Yeah. But we do see he's getting the cybernetic score, a pretty usual play. He'll get that warp gate as soon as he can, and if he can manage to put a pylon there without being spotted, he could warp in right into Cadoink's base and do some real damage.
Cadoink still has that SCV out there?
Yeah, very foolishly didn't go straight for that top left position. I guess he didn't see the probe or didn't realize soon enough that that he needed to go to the top left, but he will get up there and he will be able to see what he needs to see soon enough.
It looks like Homeless just put down his first natural expansion.
Yeah, getting his expand up way before Cadoink. This is very normal on Tal'Darim Altar. Very good play, as this ramp right here is very easy to defend. If you put a pylon there and maybe a cannon, you could use some sentries and do some force fields, and you're pretty well protected, and this is a pretty easy expansion to hold up.
Absolutely.
So we can see Cadoink going into the base, seeing everything. He sees the one gas, he sees the gateway and the cybernetics core. He knows he's going to go for some sort of gateway play. He might put down a robo. I don't think he suspects any kind of Stargate play, seeing as the Protoss player only has one gas.
Seems Cadoink is putting up his usual factory. Most likely he's a very tank-heavy player, so I assume that we'll see some tanks.
We can see Marauders coming out right now, as well as Marines, so he is spending a lot of gas, seeing as he's going to get this tank as well as keep these Marauders up. Hasn't gotten any upgrades for the infantry units yet.
He is also supply capped. Both people are actually supply capped at this moment. Very interesting.
Cadoink working on his supply depot, as well as Homeless working on his pylon right now behind the base. Finally getting his second gas and getting his gateways up, as gateway is nearly finished. Has some stalkers protecting this area right here. This is a fairly big choke, bigger than most maps, but these stalkers will be able to hold it off, and transferring the probes over to do some mining in the expansion. While Cadoink still hasn't had any kind of expand play going on, it seems like he's going for a more aggressive build as he's getting these tanks as well as siege mode.
Do you think that could be because of the orbital command?
No, the orbital command doesn't affect that very much. Every Terran player opens with a barracks orbital command. That's kind of the only route you can take. The only thing you could do is you could forgo your orbital command and put down a second barracks, but that would mean you're going for like a marine rush, a really kind of cheesy early marine rush.
Certainly a viable build to go.
Yeah. I think the reason he's not expanding is because he has these Marauders, and they're each 100 minerals, so that's 400 minerals right there that could have been his expansion, but he chose to put them in Marauders so that he could put this early pressure onto the...
I think the Marauders are also a good play because most likely as a Protoss, he did scout that Cybernetics core, so he probably suspects some sort of stalker play.
Absolutely, and seeing as there's only one gas, he knew he wasn't going to have heavy sentries, because sentries only have one... sentries cost 100 gas per sentry, so that's quite expensive as far as gas is concerned. We can see Cadoink coming in, sieging his tank, picking off the Zealot, second Zealot. He's running his units away, thinking he doesn't have enough, which is the case. However, it will give Cadoink the chance to destroy this Nexus, most likely.
It seems that Homeless is surrounding his Cadoink's units with probes and coming in from the north with stalkers in a sentry.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like he's going to be able to pick off this force. However, Cadoink was able to take down the Nexus, which is a huge blow, seeing as it allowed Cadoink to have enough time to build an expansion.
Absolutely. And if you will notice, we have Homeless here with quite a bit of minerals left.
470, absolutely. It's going to hopefully allow him to rebuild his expansion. However, he just spent a good amount of them on units, which is a wise choice in this decision, seeing as Cadoink was able to just come in and do quite a bit of damage. The Observer here, scouting out the chokes, seeing what's going on in Cadoink's base. He sees these tanks and he knows, okay, I won't be able to attack them anytime soon. I need to make sure I'm defended and hopefully get my expansion back up.
Cadoink here with a few upgrades to, looks like his Marines?
Yeah, we have an armor going up for Cadoink, as well as concussive shell for the Marauders. He made this decision because he saw such a heavy stalker play. He knew it would be a good decision to get that concussive shell and continue with the Marauders.
Still looks like he is range mining those minerals.
Absolutely. I don't know why he's not building another Nexus. I feel like he feels unsafe right now, and he's kind of in a panic mode. And he's like, I need to get units up. It's very good getting a lot of Stalkers and Immortals.
It appears he just canceled some units to put up that new Nexus.
Wow. That's interesting. I guess he feels safe at this point, seeing as he has his Observer here and he sees no movement coming out. He thinks, okay, now's the time when I can expand and maybe even push out, which he is doing right now.
Yeah. He's also supply locked, so you should, with that amount of minerals, you would think he would put down another pylon.
Absolutely.
Maybe even a forward pylon. Oh,
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, we see he has his probe here. He's putting a forward pylon. This will hopefully secure this area, allow him to do some warpins. He could even put down a cannon if he really wanted to secure it. However, I think the wiser decision would be to base yourself up in this area so you could have this vision with the tower and also have the high ground to your advantage.
Absolutely. That way those tanks can't just hit him instantly. He has to have some sort of aerial unit or at least a scan.
Absolutely. Vision is extremely crucial in this game, and without it, Cadoink's tanks won't be able to do much of anything. That's why he currently has them sitting right here to protect this expansion, but now that he has that protected and he has a good force, I think he feels it's time to move out. He will be confronting this here in a few seconds. Hopefully